Hi, I'm Bernard Jones, and today's great verse is found in Paul's letter to the Romans, chapter 8, verse 9, and it reads, "You, however, are controlled not by the sinful nature, but by the Spirit, if the Spirit of God lives in you. And if anyone does not have the Spirit of Christ, he does not belong to Christ." This verse is like a Reader's Digest version of what Paul has been saying in the book of Romans up to this point. Remember Reader's Digest, a monthly subscription with a lot of short stories, articles, and abridged versions of books. You got the story in a nutshell and didn't have to read the whole book. This verse succinctly declares how and why Christians are different. It is not by attending church or being active in a church community or by our naming ourselves as Christians. A Christian is controlled not by the sinful nature. Ephesians 2 says, "We were dead in our transgressions and sins, in which we used to live when we followed the ways of this world and the ruler of the kingdom of the air, the Spirit who is now at work in those who are disobedient. All of us also lived among them at one time, gratifying the cravings of our sinful nature and following its desires and thoughts. But instead, a Christian has turned their back to the sinful nature and, as Romans 8:9 declares, is now controlled by the Spirit, if the Spirit of God lives in us." This word "live" in the original language literally means have residence, like having a house. In this case, you and I are the house. And the question is, does the Spirit of Christ inhabit us? Is the Spirit at home, and does it have full and unrestricted access? Is the Spirit allowed to go to every part of your house and make itself completely at home? Remember, you are the house. Does the Spirit inhabit you? Last summer, a neighbor was walking by our house, and we live on a corner lot. And they stopped and said, "I just love the smell when I pass by your house. I smell jasmine, and then in the corner, is that lavender?" I said to myself later, that is how it ought to be when a person encounters a Christian. They ought to sense the fragrance of Jesus Christ. Today, I pray that people throughout your day would catch the sweet fragrance of Jesus Christ that comes from your having spent time alone with Him in prayer, in the Scriptures, your obedience to what God reveals to you, and your taking every thought captive to Him, making sure that the Spirit of Christ inhabits your house. May God continue to richly bless you.